I don't think you should wear gloves. I really don't.
I totally agree with you.
I think fighting, if you could kick somebody in the shin to the face, like you can shin somebody in the face, but you can't knuckle them in the face.
Yeah, no, I think it would be so helpful for all the head trauma that's happening if they took off the gloves and, and you had to either strike with an open palm or you had to pay the price, because I might hit you twice before I broke my hand and now I'm going to be grappling with you and trying to take you down.
I don't think people understand that if someone just ducks their head down and you hit them with a straight punch to the forehead, you are very likely to break your hand. I don't think you should be able to wrap your hands either.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That would be awesome. I think
you should have a cup on and a mouthpiece and shorts.
Yep.
And I really think that's it.
Yep.
I mean, and people are like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're a barbarian. They need to cover their glove. No, they don't.
You're less of a barbarian.
You make yourself more able to hit someone, and you don't really help them at all. Like, it's harder to hit someone bare knuckle.
Yeah,
like it's more realistic.
Yeah, I wish they would make that change. Yeah. I wish that would change everything.
How come you can elbow somebody but you can't bare knuckle them? That's crazy. Your knuckles are way more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, it's way harder to get that off until you wrap it up. Then you make it like a cast. You wrap it up and you get like a nice stiff wrist wrap where your wrist isn't going anywhere. You don't have to worry about buckling and flexing when you punch someone.
It's hardcore when they wrap up those hands, boy. Like, even like holding pads for guys when we're backstage getting ready. Like, they just turn it up.
Yeah, yeah.
But they'll never make that change, I don't think.
I think they should.
And I think for the head trauma of the people that are fighting is that's who really needs it.
For sure.
Hit in the head all those times. And it's not good for you.
No, it's not good for you. And again, that goes back to the grappling thing. I think we see more submissions. I think it would be way easier to catch people with stuff. Like, it'd be way easier to secure guillotines and chokes. It's just you wouldn't have all these restrictions of having something on your hands. Your hands need to be able to articulate and move to secure certain grips, and you'd see a lot more submissions, I think.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't make that change. It'd be better for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started working for the UFC, you didn't have to wear gloves. Vitor was one of the first guys to wear them. Vitor and Tank. Tank was one of the first guys ever to wear gloves. And he wore those gloves that he was wearing were like old school century martial arts Chuck Norris gloves. Like, nobody had even thought to wear those. I think Tank was like the innovator.
Yeah, Tank was an innovator for sure. Then Vitor innovated his head.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, man. Vitor, in the early days, I was there, his first fight in 1997, the first time at UFC 12. Nobody had seen anything like that.
Yep.
This guy comes in with his blazing hand speed, built like a fucking Greek god, and everybody's like, oh, Jesus, what do you do with this fucking kid?
Yeah, yeah. That was interesting, and of course, we all heard, because I was, a jiu-jitsu guy at that time, we were like, oh, he's only a purple belt, is what we were hearing. And they gave him his black belt just because he's doing this fight and blah, blah, blah. He's only a purple belt. And he comes out and just, 13 punches to the face, bop, bop, bop. And then he did the same thing to Vanderlei, pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Straight punches down the pipe. Crazy.
Yeah, when he fought Vanderlei, he was wearing shoes.
Yep.
Remember that? He was wearing like wrestling shoes. There's all these wacky rules back then. It's really interesting to see, like, from 1993 to 2017, how far fighting has changed and how much we know about it now.
Yeah. I always say that fighting in 1992 was theoretical. And we, somebody will say something to me on the internet like, hey, what about this martial art or whatever? And I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? And I'm like, there's no reason to theorize. Not only do we know from the UFC, we also have been now a country at war for 15 years. So all of our guys have been going overseas and doing the same stuff in combat. So we know what works. There's no big question anymore.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I wonder what happens if you poke a guy in the eye. No, we know what happens. We know what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.